Hey there, Internet. Keeve here, and welcome to the Cars and Keeve YouTube channel. In this video, we're going over the Prime Big Day deals for October of 2025. Now, are these good deals or are they just deals? Now, some of you who are looking for stuff and waiting for a deal to buy something that may be worth it. Now, is it a big deal to where like this is the lowest price ever? We'll see. A lot of times that isn't the case. A lot of times they seem to be the same price multiple times per year. And outside of Prime Day deals, a lot of these companies, they'll have deals throughout the year, but it's definitely going to be a lower price for a lot of them. You know, whether or not it's a deal or not, I'll let you know what I think, and then you can make your own conclusion as well. Used to, these deals sometimes would run for like 6 hours or a day, and then the next day would be different. But now it's basically just everything runs for that sale for the 2-day block, and it's October 7th and 8th. 2025. Now, obviously, you're watching this video, it's already October 7th, right? It's about 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm going and filming this because the sale started at 3 o'clock in the morning Eastern time, 12 Pacific. So we're pretty close. And, you know, I won't be able to tell you if it's out of stock or not or right now, but some of them will go in out of stock, but that's just the way it is. Now, you already know everything mentioned in the video will be in the links below. You know that these are affiliate links. They provide commission to me to help support the channel, buy things to review, those kinds of things. If you're not looking for anything that particularly, if you are looking to buy it, you want to support the channel, you can click any of the links and just go on and do whatever you want. We get credit for just about anything in your cart during this period of time. That's why it's so big. That's why we're making these videos. I mean, we're providing you with the deals that we think that are there, but in the end, this is to help, you know, income for the channel. Obviously, don't want to, you know, sugarcoat that. That's just the truth. 99% of the people out there doing these videos, that's what we're doing. Now, the majority of everything I'm looking at are things that I've already reviewed and I think that they're good. Now, there'll be a few things that could be very similar that I'll show you, and then some things I know are good. I just never reviewed it because so many people have already reviewed it. It's not worth it for me to do it. So I've been searching for a little bit and I don't see a whole lot of foam cannons except the Ethos Pro V2, which I myself have not tried, but it is a MGGC Pro V2 with their brand on it and a gold and black colorway. And it is $55.99. And actually there's a little checkbox for a coupon price of $49.27. So that's actually a pretty good deal. If you're looking for MJJC quality, you're going to get the quality in the accuracy of the orifice. You're going to get that great foam. You're going to get that bottle that's basically indestructible, leak-proof top, all those types of things. And, you know, a Pro V2 is, you know, used to be $85.99, $89.99. So it's still just a really good deal right here. And it says only 15 left in stock. So we don't know how that goes, if there's another shipment on the way, blah, blah, blah. Well, under foam cannons, the Astro AI washer gun with swivel, it showed up here and it's $33.59. It's usually about $49.99, usually on sale about 40 bucks, $45. So this is a decent deal here. It is a pretty good gun. It has a reverse trigger. So the trigger is from the bottom up. You're pulling this way. It's ergonomic. It feels good. I don't have mine. I gave it to the Pay It Forward campaign, but it has nozzle holders on it, top and bottom. And actually you can use like a hex key to actually lock the trigger in a locked position. Has a push lock quick connect. One of the first ones kind of out there with that. It's a really good gun. I have no complaints about it at all. Here's something that I never really reviewed, but I've used it because it has a quirk that I just never really got around to, and I just kind of forgot about it and it's set to the side. It's the Ridge Washer undercarriage cleaner. It has an angled foam cannon with a quick connect at the end that allows you to extend that wand out to run it to a wheeled undercarriage cleaner. It sprays upwards. Now, the undercarriage cleaner has separate nozzles for the foaming and separate nozzles for the rinsing. Now, many people have told me they bought 2 of them and they have one set up to do the foaming and one set up to do the rinsing, so they don't have to swap, because it's 4 of these, you know, little nozzles you have to screw and unscrew. It's quite cumbersome. Pretty decent. It's not crazy good or anything. You get a lot of value for it. I've just, you know, and the thing is where I live, we don't really wash the undercarriage of our cars a whole lot because we don't get salt. We don't get like anything crazy. You know, we don't have rust issues here. I'm searching foam cannon here and I'm on like page 8 and I'm finding things that aren't foam cannons, which is good because it's one here that's normally on one of these deal days, and that's the McKillen Swivel Gun Pro, $63.98. So it's 20% off. but it's a big percentage off what it used to be. When they first came out with this gun, it was $100 or like $110. I can't remember. And I said at the time it was too much. It was too much. And they started dropping the price. They dropped it down to 90. But now the normal price is $80. So at $63.98 compared to what it used to be at $100 something dollars, it's a pretty significant discount now, but it's only 20% off based off of the $79.98. But great gun, great trigger pull. The nozzle holders I don't use as much. They don't really hold the way I would personally like. The angle's good. The swivels is okay. I personally didn't use it a whole lot because I had the SGS-28. I prefer the trigger on it, but I've moved on to the Sitta-ML, the 2.2 Luck. They have these amazing swivels and they're half that price. But if you're looking for the pro level type gun like this, pretty good deal. Speaking of that, the Mikkellen's automatic lock pressure washer connect kit is on sale as well. It is $55.98, normally $69.88. Now the ones that I got sent, they sent them to me. I did not pay for those. The M22 ones I wouldn't use as much, but now that I have them, I use them quite a bit. If you're looking for the M22 kit, this isn't bad because it comes with 2 for your garden hose. It comes with 2 for your Uberflex or your new Mikkellen's M22 type hose. Pretty good deal. I mean, they're kind of got the market cornered on these right now. Nobody's really making them in 3/8 and in this kind of way with these kits right now. It will be happening at some point, I'm sure. Theirs just tend to be, I think, a little bit better quality. Now, obviously, there's new. We have no idea what a great deal is on these. So currently, this is the best deal it's ever been for these. So it's a deal that really isn't a Prime Day deal. I just saw it because I just released a video yesterday on what I thought was the best value in foam cannons, and that company raised the price already. It went from $19.99 to $21.99. This is the Abosan. It's the exact same thing as the Raincovo. There's really nothing different at all. I just have not had this one exactly to measure the accuracy of the orifices on it. It comes with a nozzle set. It doesn't say what size the nozzle set is. It's $18.99. So for a Raincovo style foam cannon, you kind of can't go wrong there. A lot of the stuff that I'll review, these companies like Sitta-ML, 2.2 Luck with the guns and stuff, you're not going to see those on Prime Big Day deals. It's usually only the larger companies that are doing the big deals. And if there are other ones, a lot of times they're jacking up the price and then putting a percentage off to make it look like it's a deal. But it really isn't a deal. There's some doozies on here. But there are people selling like belts for a car, like a fan belt for a car, and charging $6,000 and then saying it's 99% off. Suit jackets, $10,000, 99% off. What a bunch of crap. Well, is this a deal? Not really, but the Ridge washer, pressure washer spray gun is $31.99, 20% off, but isn't it like Harbor Freight for like 25 bucks? I haven't been to Harbor Freight in a while to know what they're charging there, but it's the same gun. People like it because it has a trigger lock, and a lot of people want that trigger lock. Swivel isn't great. The trigger isn't great, but that trigger lock kind of negates the pull because you can do that. And actually, this one has a nozzle holder on it. So that's something that I have not seen there for a while. So they added some kind of a screw-on nozzle holder. Maybe some people sell those on the side, and we could just add those to guns. That'd be pretty cool. Holds 4, has some adapters, so I think a pretty decent deal there. Actually, within that same listing, 20% off is the other Ridge washer. There's a red one, and the red one doesn't come with the nozzle holder, so it's $27.99. So if you didn't want the nozzle holder, you save $4 there, and that's closer to that Harbor Freight price as well. But it's not really like a crazy deal of a price. It's just it's a deal, right? It's not a great deal. Now, you'll see a theme throughout this video. Several companies have a lot of items in here, Mikkellen's being one of them. Their nozzle guard is now $21.42. It's usually $25, 26 bucks. This is probably, I've seen it this price before, but it's definitely at the cheaper end that it's ever been. It's the 4.0 size, very accurate, very well built. It's just a really good nozzle guard. How about electric pressure washer? Prime Big Day deals. Probably going to see some Karchers and some Greenworks in here. So the first one that pops up on the page is Draft Tools G20. The G20 is a pretty decent unit with retractable unit. The hose that comes with it now, I can't guarantee it, but it's like a steel braided version now. But even I would tell what I'm trying to say is at $215.98. I don't think it's a crazy great deal. Like I gotta buy it now kind of deal. 20% off. You know, eh, it's okay. So it's going to be in the okay category if you were looking for something like that. Never had a problem with the G20. It's still on my back porch for, cleaning off the back porch area. A lot of people had issues. Don't ever leave it outside in the wintertime. Bring it in. That's the biggest advice for sure, even if you're where I live. All right, well, I was in electric pressure washers, and look what showed up, the Fantic MB8 Nano. And this is amazing rinseless sprayer, really good. 50% off at $79.99. Now, I'd never pay the original price of $159.99. It's usually hovering $120. 100, 120, depending on the day, whatever they're wanting to do. But $79.99 is a deal. That's a pretty good deal. Now, is it the best deal ever on this? I think I remember at some point it got down to 74 something. But it's at $79.99. That's a pretty good deal. I think it's the best deal I've seen so far. Maybe the McKillen's Swivel Gun Pro was pretty close. The Fantic MB8 Fold is $139.99. Now, it's normally about $200, but it's usually hanging around $170. $139.99 is not the cheapest I've seen, but it is a pretty good deal. I just gotta know that if you get this, the lid is not sealed, so you don't want to store water in there and travel with it, but it does the job. You could use it for rinseless. You could spray it onto the panel, and then you could get some areas off because it's got about 200 psi of pressure, and then you can use the bucket itself for your rinseless contact wash. So something I've never actually used is a Karcher, but every time there's always a good deal on Karchers, and based off of the reviews out there, Karchers are great. So it's the K1800 PS. List price $241.99. It's $150. Now I don't know enough about these to know if that's a crazy good deal. I know it's a deal. Just letting you know that if you were looking for one of these Karchers, there's going to be a couple of them on deals, but 37% off it says right now. Now, speaking of the Karchers, the K1700, which is the more popular model that's out there, it's $119.97 at 48% off from its list price of $229.99, but it's not a big day deal. I'm going to put that here. I think I've seen it less. I think I've seen it about $109. I think $109 was what I've seen on Prime Day deals, the K1700. It may have been a little bit cheaper, but $119.97 isn't bad. Golly, the crap that's on this page right now, these Amazon pressure washers, don't get them. They're lies. 4 gallons per minute, 4,800 psi for $136. You freaking kidding me? So the Greenworks 1900, I haven't tried this one exactly, but all the Greenworks are kind of the same. They just use the nozzle differences to get different psi ratings. But this one has a nice little cage that goes over the top of it with a handle. I haven't tried this one myself. But at $109.99, that's not a bad deal right there. Well, this one, it's newer and I've never seen it on a deal, but this is that 10-gallon cordless sprayer that I tried out. That's actually not bad, but it's $300, but it is $238 right now, 20% off. That's the cheapest I've ever seen it. Hasn't been on the market that long. I really have no complaints about it other than it's $300. So at $238, is it an easier pill to swallow? I don't know. It's a deal. Yeah, the fluff in here is ridiculous. Now, the SPTA, I wouldn't consider this a great deal. It is a deal because it's usually in the $65 to $70 range. This thing is just not going to come down. I really heard no issues, maybe one issue in comments on that video that's done a ton of views. It seems to be this a solid unit that just does work, and it just does really well. It's only 11% off. I don't know if I would consider that a deal, but I don't know if you're really going to see it much cheaper than that because it's just kind of in demand. All right, so a normal staple in the Prime deals and deals in general, anytime it happens, is the water drop. It's the best bypass in the business. Now, I've not been pushing this as much as I used to as a great resolution because Initially, its stock isn't great. You have to upgrade the filters for them to do great. A lot of people, we just get the bypass, and you have to buy more 20-inch filters to convert that to a great 20-inch unit, and then you can use the other parts to make a 10-inch pre-filter before it. But that is a great filter. If you want to buy the bulk resin and then run the bulk resin with it, if you have TDS 250 or less, I think you'll be okay. 200 less for this type of unit, but at $237.99, this is what it's always at. $238 is its cheapest price, but it's at this price quite often. So the little spot buy, one of the original DI systems that I reviewed, it's $127.99, which isn't the best price in the world compared to what's out there today, but for it's a pretty good price. It's a smaller form factor, comes with one bag of Columbia Bam Bam and a TDS meter. Now there's some out there that at 160 come with 2 bags. So I mean, it's, there's a floor, and once you get close to the floor of price, it doesn't go much below that. But it's a pretty good little unit, tried and true. So one I haven't reviewed yet is the Ice Spring. It's a really good system because all these systems are kind of the same. It's really the resin that comes with them. That's what matters. They're all going to clean water. They all flow water in. It goes down. It goes up to a filter and comes out and goes out. Some of them have restrictors on them. Some don't. I've heard nothing but good things about the Ice Spring. Haven't heard anything too bad. It's got a cart on wheels. Got the 2 cartridges and everything for $354. It's normally $430, 18% off. That's not bad. I wouldn't say it's an amazing deal. All right, so the other spot buy that I've reviewed in the past, it is $175.99, so it's $20 off. This is the one with the head on the top. That's kind of like a pool filter top. It has like a quick rinse, a backwash, bypass, and filter. Well, filter and bypass is all you're going to use because the other one gets plugged, right? But the one issue, fair warning ahead of time, you have to be pretty proficient with Teflon tape to get this to not leak. I was able to get it to not leak in the end. It comes with 2 bags of Columbia Bam Bams, $175.99. It's normally about $220. I think when I bought it for the review, it was a little over $200. It's just, you got to get over getting it not to leak. Well, that good old Colombian Bam Bam, it is 27% off at $39.99 a bag. This is a pretty good deal. Whenever there are these deal days or sales, $39.99 is about what it's at. So it's not like, oh my gosh, I got to drop everything now to grab this, but it's a good deal. It's not the greatest resin in the world, but the cost per gallon is still, to me, the best value out there. CR Spotless resin is much better. It's regenerated better, but it costs more. And in the end, it's down the cost per gallon to me. And it comes in that foil bag. I call it Columbia Bam Bam because it looks like a kilo of something, right? And it's sealed. It's going to store well. It's just a good overall product. All right. So one out here that's normally on these Prime Day stuff is the Fantic MB8 Ultra. Really good machine. Holds 4 gallons, portable, especially for your apartment goers. It's really good. It's $249.99. It's 38% off, but it's not listed as a Prime Big Day deal. $249.99 is not a bad price for it at all. It's probably one of the lower prices that I've seen. The ratings on it, they're kind of lower than you would expect for a machine that I think is actually pretty dang good. A lot of people in this category, they don't know how to use the machine, and it's to unlock its potential. It's pretty decent machine. And at $249.99, I think that's a deal. Okay, this just popped up when I typed in car wash. Spot buy again. This one though is not the bypass unit. It is the larger unit, like the smaller one. I saw the smaller one was like $127. This is $135.99, but it holds 10 liters. So it holds 2 bags of Columbia Bam Bam. You know, a bag of Columbia Bam Bam is $40. So this is a way better deal at 28% off compared to the smaller one. Now, the smaller one is due to its size. It can be good for some. 10 liters might be too big for others, but that's a good deal. The Ego 670 blower with 4 amp hour battery, and it comes with a cordless trimmer for $299. I think that's a great deal. $409.99 retail. The 670 is a really good blower because it's not as loud as the 765, but still has plenty of oomph. It's basically what the 765 does without the turbo button. So the 670 with the 4 amp hour battery is going to last you a good bit on charge. It's a good deal. So to go with that, from Sea Legend is their car drying nozzle that goes on most of them. It goes onto that 670 I just mentioned, goes on the 765, and it's not round. It's got an oval, so it concentrates to a sweeping motion. At $19.99, that's a good deal. It's normally $25 or so. I think I usually buy it at. It's 33% off their normal of $29.99, but sometimes these products are never at their list price. But that's a pretty good deal, and that's a pretty good little unit there, because a lot of them are out there 3D printed. This is actually injection molded, nice quality, has a real clip on there. It's not like you have to pinch it to release it. All right, here's a good deal on a product that I've never shown in a review. It is the Greenworks 770. It's the 80 volt version of their bigger blower. There's actually a model I think that's available at only Costco. That's the 800 CFM model, but this is pretty good. It's $227. I believe I paid like $280. So, and when I bought it, it wasn't on sale, but it's 24% off. Comes with a 4 amp hour battery. I have like 3 4 amp hour batteries for mine. I use this solely for all my yard work, because there's not like car drying nozzle. But if you're looking for a leaf blower for yard work, it's a workhorse. It runs and runs and it blows well. You really don't need the turbo button much. It's pretty ergonomic, pretty light. Does really well. I think it's a pretty good deal. Well, there you go. That's as much as I could see for now. If I see that I've missed quite a few, I'll make another video for tomorrow. But if not, I already have another video coming out tomorrow for a update to the Citim ML swivel spray gun. There's a new little thing they did to it. They didn't tell nobody about it. I just noticed it. I bought a new one because I broke the first one. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget the links below for anything in the video. And if you don't want to buy anything in the video and you feel you want to support the channel, you can click any of the links below, take you to Amazon and go do your own thing. I will get credit for what's in the cart, so we can fuel some purchases that I normally wouldn't make, of things that definitely won't pay themselves back, but maybe something that you really would see. $1,000 pressure washers, $1,500 pressure washers, things like that. So there you go. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.